Hello everyone, this is the second lecture on file system management, and if you remember in the last lecture, in the previous lecture, I have told you about the file operations, and in this file operation we have certain operations like writing a file or reading a file. Now to write or read a file, first we have to open the file, and many operating systems maintain a data structure kind of property which is called as open file table, and this open file table contains information about the currently open files. So if for example this open table is like this, now in this we can have different kind of properties like file pointer, file open count, disk location, access rights, and so on. So what is this? These are the properties which are kept in the open file table, and these properties are used to maintain the information about currently open files. So what is this file pointer? This file pointer records the current position in the file. So for example, if this pointer is pointing towards like this is the file pointer, and we have a file like this, and currently pointer is at this location. So by knowing the current location of the file pointer, we can access the next block. So this file pointer records the current position in the file, records current position in the file for next read or write process. So this is the file pointer. Then we have file open count. This parameter specifies how many times has the current file opened simultaneously by different processes and not yet closed. So if a file is opened by say 4 users and are not closed, so this will contain a value 4. So this specify how many times the file is opened simultaneously. And you can say and yet not close. So this is about the file open count. Then we have the disk location. It is simple. It mentions the location of the disk at which the file is stored. So this is specifying the location of the disk. Access right is also simple. It contains the information. It contains information about the file access right, that which user can open the file, which user can issue read or write command to the file. So it contains information about file access rights. So this is about the open file table data structure. Now different systems also support file locking. File locking is used to prevent from situations like deadlock. In the database, we have already covered this topic of locking system mechanism, which is used to prevent from deadlock situations. So there are different kinds of locks. So some of the locks are shared locks. Shared locks is for read purpose only. Then we have this write or exclusive lock, which is for read and write both. So this is for read and write. Generally we use these two logs, shared logs and exclusive logs. So this is about the open file table and file locking. Now we can also we will also see different kinds of file types in this video. There are different kind of files, different types of files. Some of them are listed here. First is executable files. These are ready to run machine language programs. And the extension of this type of files is generally exe, bin, and so on. So if there is a file with the extension exe, bin, or etc., then those are executable file which are ready to run on any machine. Then we have object files. These are compiled machine language files, and the general extension is like obj, short form of object, or simple O. Then source code. These are source code in various languages. For example, we have a source code in C, C++. We have a source code file in Java. We have a source code file in Perl, and so on. So depending on the language in which you are programming, you can have different kind of source code files. Then we have batch files. These are the commands to the command interpreter. So if you want to issue certain commands, certain sequence of commands, then you can create a batch file containing those commands and directly run the batch file on the command interpreter. And the extension of batch files is BAT or SH. Then we have markup. This is a textual data or documents. For example, we can have different markup files like XML, HTML. These files are used to represent the data or the documents. Then library files. These are the library of routines for programmers. And the extension of this is lib, or most commonly you have used DLL files. Then finally we have multimedia. These are the binary files containing audio or video information. So for audio we can have an extension like MP3, and for video you can have an extension like MPEG, and so on. So this is about open file table, file locking, and different kinds of files in our operating system. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more such tutorials. Thank you.